And we are getting ready to kick here at Stan-Boss Stadium. Great to have everyone aboard for our game in Missouri Valley Football Conference action today. The Sycamores, always well coached, hard-nosed team under Kurt Mallory. The Penguins under Doug Phillips looking to get back to the FCS playoffs for the second time in the last 3 seasons. Flash Wilson is back deep for the Penguins, one of the most dynamic return men at the FCS level. He has almost 1,300 all-purpose yards this season, and he will come up to field it at the 5. Has a seam up the middle, and as we mentioned, one of the more dynamic return men in the country. Flash Wilson gets his team good field position to start the first drive of the ball game. Youngstown State will go to work, and of course it is Bo Brungard at the helm for the YSU offense. Brungard, the redshirt junior out of New Middletown, Ohio. Of course, the son of Youngstown State, former quarterback, 2-time national champion for the Penguins, Mark Brungard, as the program offensively for Youngstown State. Yursich, former OC at Oklahoma State, Penn State, Texas as well, has brought a different mentality here to this offense. Flash Wilson comes in motion for the Penguins, gets the handoff, and the Indiana State defense strings it out nicely. Good job there by the Sycamores to force. Be at the controls. They're going to go design quarterback run on first down. Patterson all the way out near sideline, has some room, and Indiana State's going to have a nice pickup to open up their drive, and the Sycamores on the move here early. Nothing there at the start of the run for Keegan Patterson, but able to bounce outside. Penguin line today, some shuffling around once again. Some injuries have caused some changes up top. We'll talk about that here after this play. Up front for the Penguins, 2nd and 8. Ethan Wright again, good physical run as he keeps the legs moving and falls out past the 15-yard line.
And Luke had a couple nice grabs last week against Southern Hill to keep the chains moving.
1st and 10, Penguins in some tempo here. Brungard wants to go to the air again. This time it's Austin Bray, the tight end, who's returned. On 2nd down after the run by Gilbert, Brungard will be in the pistol formation as Wright motions to his left hip. The handoff goes to the Cincinnati transfer, Ethan Wright, and he will carry defenders. And something they did not do a year ago was take the football away. They have been able to do it with their defense this season, and here a chance to take advantage. Brungard in his hands, and he will spin. Did he get in? They're going to signal touchdown on the field as Brungard was spun down near the goal line. As it stands, Youngstown State strikes first with under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter off the interception by Makai Shaheed. Shaheed steps up defensively and gets YSU's 10th interception of the season. And now, Byron Floyd to snap. Brendan Kilpatrick holds. Listofka right down the middle. Kurt Mallory, the head coach for Indiana State, in his 9th season now. He was a 22-year veteran as an assistant in the coaching ranks. His father, Bill, is Indiana's all-time winningest coach. And here's an inside handoff, and bursting out of the pile for Indiana State is Dion Brown, and he will be tracked down all the way down. Dion Brown, the redshirt sophomore running back from St. Louis, Missouri, with a big play to get the Sycamore drive started.
You know, from up here, it doesn't look incomplete.
I was wondering,
and,
I never saw the ball. That was a great look by our crew, as it was tough to see, but on the field, it's incomplete. The penalty goes against YSU, so it sets up Indiana State anyway at the 10-yard line. 1st down. Patterson, misdirection. Tosses it out underhand to Rochelle, and Rochelle will find the end zone for Indiana State as the impact senior receiver from Springfield, Illinois, continues to be one of the top, or can tie it with an extra point.
Here you have a read option, and then you're rolling out and turns into a speed option.
History here at Youngstown State. Brungard starting to climb those charts past his father. 1994, his father, Mark Brungard, over 2,400 yards. Now Bo Brungard. Run play, and it's a lot of room up the middle for Jaden Gilbert. He's still loose all the way down the far sideline. Is anybody going to catch him? Gilbert's at the 10. Finally had to hesitate and gets caught inside the 5, but another explosive run. 2nd and goal. Penguins already up to 130-plus rushing yards. This time, they put it in the hands of their best player. Bo Brungard falls into the end zone. Touchdown, Youngstown State. Brungard's in for the second time in the first quarter, but he runs with such power. 215 pounds, and for a quarterback, Osho remains in there with Keegan Patterson on 2nd and goal for the Sycamores. Sycamores on 4th down will keep the offense on the field. We've come this far. Nothing to lose if you're Indiana State here today. 4th down, Kurt Mallory says go. Patterson, they give it to Osho. Finds a seam, gets up toward the goal line, and for Youngstown State, Ethan Wright, big physical tailback, comes in to occupy the backfield with Bo Brungard, who's in the shotgun on 3rd and short. Tom Zach motions near side. Brungard bring up first down, though. It's enough for a Penguin first down, and now Mike Yurcich will call for his offense to hustle to the line. Brungard under center, leaps over with the help of his offensive line, and he should have enough, and he does. Touchdown, Youngstown State, as Bo Brungard is living in the end zone here in this first half. 3rd rushing touchdown for the junior quarterback already today. Get it in the end zone. Simple, but effective. Touchdown Penguins. Listowka on for the extra point. Out of the hold of Kilpatrick, sends it through, and with 7:32, D-line. We talked about the O-line. Well, the D-line has been ravaged by injuries for Youngstown State as well. There's a lot of new faces, a lot of young players getting a chance in there. We'll talk about that here shortly. 2nd and 9. Patterson going to take a shot downfield, has his man, and we know who that is. Rashad Rochelle is out there as he beats Julius and scores, and the Sycamores continue countering every punch the Penguins throw. Simpo, 2nd and short. ISU offense wants to get to the line. Brungard stands in the pocket on 2nd and short. End zone. Caught. Touchdown. Flash Wilson as he goes up in traffic and makes a contested catch. Brungard with his first passing touchdown of the day, his 4th touchdown overall here in the first half. Reception, and this is an impressive one, Kyle. Flash Wilson goes up over the top of 5'11" corner Amon Glass and makes a great contested reception in the end zone as the Penguins continue to, here as we move toward the 3-minute mark of our second quarter at Stanbaugh Stadium in Youngstown, Ohio. Dre Smith, Kyle Searle, and our great crew with you here today. Great to have you aboard. Appreciate you tuning in for some Missouri Valley Football Conference action. Patterson gonna shoot long again, lets it fly, and guess who's out there? Rashad Rochelle again. He hesitates, runs by Wimpy. Touchdown, Indiana State. Rashad Rochelle is putting on a show. He was open, Patterson hits him, and the Sycamores continue to keep pace here in Youngstown. Ali, as he will try and bring the Sycamores within 3 if Lopez can hit the extra point. He does. 3:01 to go in the second quarter. Loss of a yard sets up 3rd and about 4. Brungard stands in the pocket as Wright goes in motion. In breaking route, Solomon comes in, takes a big hit from Kamal Clark, but hangs on to the pass in traffic, and a big conversion as the 6'3", 200-plus pound receiver converts there on 3rd down from Brungard. Penguins quickly to the line. First down. Clock moving toward 30 seconds to go in the half. Brungard just going to sprint out of bounds near side. The second drive for the Penguins early in the game. So there's Listowka. He also ranks among the leaders most field goals amongst active players in the FCS. He's been very reliable for the Penguins here, 3rd year as a Penguin. Out of the hold of Kilpatrick and the snap of Floyd. This one is money. Great route.
Shane Bennett about a half a step slow there to get to Bo. Puts it right over Tom Zach's shoulders.
On 1st and goal, they flip it out. Flash Wilson makes the first man miss, and he's brought down just shy of the goal line by Rose, the linebacker for Indiana State, as Flash Wilson gets it down near the goal line, and now the Penguins will hustle up to the line, trying to punch it in once again and extend their lead after the turnover by Indiana State. Brungard, sprint out, far side, tries to get upfield, and he's negative play on a run by Brungard on 2nd down. Brungard on 3rd and goal, looks right, comes back left, throws, touchdown, Penguins. Austin Bray, welcome back. Austin Bray, first game since early in the year after an injury, and he catches a touchdown pass from Bo Brungard to extend the YSU lead with over 9 minutes to go in our third quarter. Tough matchup, a 6'5", 250 athletic tight end. Doug Phillips thrilled to have him back on the offense, and Brungard finds him for a 2-yard touchdown connection. Youngstown, proud history, championship tradition, and the Penguins trying to get back to the playoffs. Need a win today. Brungard in the shotgun, his team leading by 12 as we begin the fourth quarter. Brungard going to throw again. Flash Wilson catches it near the sideline and wrestled out of bounds. And again, that's Kamal Clark on the tackle. Sets up 3rd and 1. Got to get to the 4 for a new set of downs. Couple minutes into our fourth quarter. Penguins knocking on the door. Brungard, pump fake, now pulls it down. Now, wow, what a play from Bo Brungard. How did he see Austin Bray? After missing 7 games due to injury, and the Penguins now starting to put a little breathing room between themselves and Indiana State. It's 45-26 after the extra point from
outside of just one position there, and then it causes Indiana State to have to like really key him and figure out what he's going to do from where he's at. And you know, unfortunately,
39, missed a 38-yard attempt on his first attempt of the day. Stavka, who was the National Special Teams Player of the Week earlier this year after hitting a walk-off game winner at Towson. Win there on September 20th. Kick out of the hold of Kilpatrick. The experienced long snapper Byron Floyd sends it back. Stavka's kick is true to help hold Indiana State to just 3 points in the second half, while the Penguins scored 17 after being up 5 at the week. And that is a place that the Penguins have not won since the late 90s when Jim Tressel was leading this program. It'll be a big message from Doug Phillips and his squad that needs to end next Saturday in Cedar Falls. Indiana State, meanwhile, with the loss, falls to 3-8 overall, 1-6 in Missouri Valley Football Conference action. They'll be at home next week for their senior day to host Murray State, 1 o'clock Eastern in Terre Haute, Indiana. The Penguins, as we mentioned, will be at Northern Iowa in Cedar Falls for a 2 p.m. Eastern kick at the Unidome. Bo Brungard, electric again for the Penguins. 23 of 30, 264 passing, 3 touchdowns, and he also ran for 90 yards and 3 scores. Just 6 total touchdowns on another casual day for Bo Brungard. Rochelle, again, amazing for Indiana State. Final thoughts, Kyle, as we get out of here from Stambaugh Stadium today.